It's pretty early. That's why the lights aren't really on, so I apologize that this video is that dark, but I don't want to turn the lights on. I still haven't had a full cup of coffee. It's been a while since I've actually done a YouTube video where I've actually talked, and today I actually kind of woke up with the thought of kids being bullied, and that's mainly in part because a friend of mine's child is actually experiencing um, some bullying at her school, and she was rightfully upset about it. And I, what I want to get out of this video, or what I'd want you to get out of this video, um, first off, if you're somebody that is bullying somebody, stop and ask yourself, why do you do that? And don't come up with some answer as they wear stupid shoes, or they don't wear labels, or they come from somewhere else, or whatever the reason might be. It's bogus. It truly is. You have an issue with yourself and you feel a need to pick on somebody else, and you need to figure out what it is you're unhappy with in regards to yourself, and fix that. It's up to you to fix that. It's not up to anybody else to fix that. And it doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. It doesn't matter what religious beliefs you have. It's up to you ultimately to fix how you feel on a day-to-day basis. I've personally had challenges, and every day I have challenges, but I went through a time in my life where I just really wasn't happy, and therefore thought everybody around me should be miserable just like me, because if I was miserable, then nobody should be happy. And that's not fair. And I figured out what it was that I needed, and it took some traveling, and it took some time and years, and things didn't happen overnight, and things got frustrating, and things definitely seemed sometimes that they weren't going to go my way, but ultimately, because it was what I wanted, I accomplished the things that I set out to do, and it just took perseverance and a little bit of a fight. Nothing comes overnight, and nothing comes easy. But if you've never been bullied, and you've never experienced how that makes you feel, you can't begin to understand the things you do, the things you post, the things you say about somebody, how that affects them and carries with them on a day-to-day basis. And that can be some real long-term emotional things that people need to overcome. And you as an insignificant person, and I'm sorry, there's 7 billion people on the planet, you made that negative impact on that person's life instead of making a positive impact where that will just feed on into the world over and over and over. But when we're feeding negativity out there from a young age, well into our adulthood, you're just going to get negativity back, and it just puts that negative vibe more and more out there in the world. Um, I just came back from Jamaica. See the Jamaican flag on my finger there? One love, one love. You know what? They go by a motto of many people, um, or out of many, one people. And that's truly how they live. They will not even hesitate to think to help one of their own. They're a very, very kind people. They might not live the way we Americans and Canadians live in a first world country. They're more a second world country, but they are such happy individuals and very caring, and just go out of their way to help people. We all should do that, no matter where we come from, no matter what religion we are, or what religion somebody else is, or what ethnicity they are, or what color their skin is, or what gender they are, or what sex they prefer. We should just all be kind to one another, because it takes a lot less energy, and that vibe, that positive energy, goes so much further than and has a greater impact than a negative one. For kids and even adults that are being victimized and experiencing bullying, there is a lot you can do. And I know that maybe at times you might feel that there isn't anything for you to do, or there isn't anyone to turn to. don't give up. There will be something you can do, whether it be call a hotline or speak to a parent or another family member or a sibling or a best friend, a colleague, um, and someone that you might volunteer with. You know, there's somebody that is willing to listen. And yes, everybody's got lives and they're busy, but um, we should never not take the time to to listen, to help somebody. Sometimes all it takes is to feel like you're being listened to. Uh, the people that are bullying you, um, they've got deeper issues than you can probably conjure up in your own head. Um, and they probably don't even realize um, why they feel the way they do, why they feel so angry, and the need to pick things out on you. You know, not everybody is the same intelligence, but that doesn't mean somebody should be picked on. Everybody learns at different paces. Everybody has different tastes in clothes or artwork or um, home decor, shoes, whatever. Not all of us enjoy driving. Not all of us drive. Some of us love cars and machines. Other people could care less and could go back to days of riding around on horses. You know, everybody's different, and that's what makes this world actually really beautiful. And I think if we take the time out to stop and um, identify the things that make each of us different and unique, I think you can really appreciate that. We're not going to get along with everybody, and you don't have to, and that's not what I'm saying. But if there's somebody that you just don't like, then just you don't have to be mean to them. You don't have to victimize them, and you certainly don't have to belittle them or make them feel any less of a person. Um, Truly, just be kind. You know, smile and say hi or walk away, or you know, you don't have to be mean. Um, and it truly goes a lot further for you, even personally in life. You'll find overall, the more positive you become and the more positivity you put out there, the more you get back. And if you're not happy with your life or what you're doing, or uh, you know, you've got to figure out what's making you so unhappy and change that. It, as I said, it doesn't come overnight. You know, I changed a career and moved provinces, and it didn't happen overnight. You know, it happened over a series of 2 years, and I had to let go of my roots. And you know, I owned a house and property, and you know, I had animals, and you know, these were all things that I had to deal with. I just packed up the house and the animals, and I moved across the province. I mean, to me, I look back now, and it really wasn't a big deal. But you know, then I thought, oh my gosh, this is huge. What am I doing? Um, but it was the best decision I ever made. I'm much more happier and content in my life than I was 5 years ago, and I have that for the fact that I just pulled up my socks and said, you're not happy, change it. And you can do that. Don't let anybody else tell you not. So, whether you're in grade school, high school, college, maybe not in school, maybe you're at work and you're being bullied. Tell somebody first off. You have to tell somebody. Nobody, you know, if somebody victimizes you for telling on somebody that's treating you horribly, um, they're a bully themselves. Truly, it, workplace and school, zero tolerance, zero tolerance. Being a supervisor, I don't tolerate that at all. I would fire somebody over bullying, and that's a good employer. So if your employer, sorry, is not willing to listen to you, then he's not a good employer, and maybe you should look for another job. And that's just as simple as that, because you know what, work comes and goes, but your happiness, the way you live from a day-to-day basis, your mental insanity, that's priceless, and you can't put a dollar to that. For those kids in school, it gets better. It truly does. I was picked on, not to the extent that my little sister was, or to the way that some kids are today, especially with social media. um, But, have the willpower to shut the social media off at home. You don't have to victimize yourself to what they want to put out there. And if you don't engage it, eventually they'll stop because they're just not getting a response. Uh, I've been victimized even by customers, and I just smile. It's, yeah, I'm sorry you're angry. You just have to deal with it as best as you can. The world is not bright and beautiful and cheery all the time, and unfortunately there are some mean people out there. But rise above them. Don't let them bring you down. They have their own issues, and they're not your problem. So have a good week, everybody, and maybe I'll put out more. Cheers to everybody this morning. I hope your coffee's great. Mine is. I'm about to get another. From the mountains and my home to yours, have a good one.